Hello and welcome to another segment of Insight Local TV, where we bring you the best in local experts, business owners, and CEOs. I'm your host, Sean Macedo. Today we have with us a very special guest, Michael Sale, head partner at Sale & Sale Law Practice. Welcome, Michael.
Thanks for having me today, Sean.
Good to have you with us. So today Michael's going to be helping us out with some expert advice on a really important question, which is, if you're in the market for a personal injury attorney, and obviously that's a pretty important thing, how do you go about finding a great personal injury attorney or a great personal injury law firm? So Michael, as an expert and as a partner at one of the leading personal injury law firms in our area, please share with our audience your expert advice to that question. How do I find a great personal injury attorney?
Sure, Sean. Today you want to find a lawyer that has great client reviews. You want to find a lawyer that's focused on personal injury law, that has industry recognition, and basically has time to devote to your case. So how do you do that? So you want to go onto Google, type in personal injury lawyer or car accident lawyer, and then your town. That'll bring up a listing, and Google really does this nice, and they actually have client reviews on the first page of Google. So you want to check out the attorney's client reviews to see how the relationship was and would they recommend this attorney. Then you want to check out the attorney's actual website and review the whole thing. See if there's any video on the website and see if the attorney's actually speaking to you and see whether you can be comfortable with that attorney. But you also want to review the attorney's profile, look at his or her experience. You want to see what schools they went to, basically what types of cases they have handled, and see whether their philosophy would meet you and your case. You want to review the entire website and then check out other websites in the area and try to really narrow it down to 2 or 3 attorneys who you like best. You also want to check out this website called avo.com. That's avvo.com. And that website is basically a lawyer rating website where it actually gives a score to attorneys. And also on there, clients can post client reviews on there. Other attorneys can post reviews or endorsements, peer endorsements, and the attorneys can fill out their profile and list any specific award that they've had, types of cases they handle, results of cases that they handle, and they can post videos, they can answer questions, and it's a real great site to find out information about an attorney. And then at some point you actually want to make a phone call to that law firm and see how they treat you as a potential client and see whether that they will actually be a good fit. And last but not least, you also want to check the state's disciplinary board for lawyers to make sure that this attorney hasn't gotten in trouble or been disbarred or suspended or had bad behavior in the past. So there are just a few little insights here, Sean, about how to actually go about finding a great lawyer today.
Thank you very much, Michael. That's been really, really helpful information. So to summarize for our audience, to make sure that we're all clear on the great information, first thing, obviously go online, which is the place that most people go to start their search for a local business. In this case, personal injury attorney, and check out the different firms' reputations. Make sure that you call the ones with the best reputation and see what their customers have to say about them. The firms that have the best reputation are going to have a lot of reviews. Read those reviews. See what the clients have said. Did they have a good relationship with the attorney, and how was the relationship with the practice as a whole, and was their case solved successfully? So those are really important things that I heard you say that are good to look at. Secondly, another one that I wasn't familiar with is avo.com website. That sounds like a great resource. So definitely check that out, and then look to the experience of the attorneys as well. Make sure that they actually specialize in personal injury law rather than personal injury law, family law, and real estate. You want to make sure you're hiring a specialist and someone specifically trained in personal injury law. Then the last thing that I think I heard, and this was really great information, made a lot of sense, is to call up the firm. See what type of personal connection you're going to have with the firm and with the attorney, it's him or herself. See how you're greeted on the phone. Do you feel you were listened to? Have a short, consultation with the attorney, before you schedule an in-person consultation. See if you've got a good connection. And that was the great advice that I heard of how to go about finding a great personal injury attorney. Did I cover it all, or is there anything else you'd like to add?
That's mostly it, Sean, but I would also recommend having a free consultation. Most personal injury lawyers will give you a free consultation where you can meet with the attorney, go over your case, and see whether your personality and his or her personalities mix well, and try to determine whether that attorney is really going to be devoted to your case and will actually spend the time to complete your case and work on your case as you need fit to maximize your chance at recovering the most possible.
That makes a lot of sense, Michael. Thanks for sharing that. And so that brings me to my second question. Michael, for our viewers today, obviously they're watching this expert interview with you because they're researching personal injury law firms. So if you would, please share with our audience what type of experience someone would have if they call up your firm and decide to hire your firm to represent them. What separates your practice from some of the others in the area?
Sure, Sean. When you call our law firm, you're going to be greeted by a client care specialist. These are specifically trained people who answer our phones. They're caring. They're going to show that they care about your case and that they are willing to help you out. They're going to go through some of your initial questions and answer some of them. They're going to help you get to the right doctors if necessary. They're going to give you some initial guidance and education. They're also going to help you gather the documents that are necessary for my review of the case. And then at some point, if I accept your case, meaning that we're going to take your case on, I'll agree to meet with you. Okay? There's two types of law firms out there. There's these firms called personal injury mills, and then there's the smaller law firm that devotes a lot of attention. Personal injury mills basically take every phone call and every case that comes through their door. They have hundreds and hundreds of cases, and basically they run these cases hoping that something will hit. And basically the customer service is just horrible in those types of firms. Our law firm is different. We only select a few cases per year, and we work on them, and we devote as much attention as time as necessary to prosecute them so that we can maximize our benefit to our client. At our law firm, we really focus on customer service, and that's our #1 goal. We also have a special type of fee agreement. Most attorneys offer a contingent fee agreement, which is basically you don't have to pay any money unless there's a recovery in your case. All over the area, contingent fees vary from 30% up to 45% and sometimes 50% of a fee. We have a very unique fee agreement called the Client First Fee Agreement at our firm. And what that means is you pay a rate based on how much work the law firm actually does on your case. So if you have a good case that settles quick and easy, you pay a smaller amount. If you have a case that takes a whole lot of work and will go through litigation, you pay a larger amount. We think that's fair to the client, and basically what that means is that you pay a lower fee for less work and more fee for higher work, and that's just fair to the client. So that's kind of what differentiates us. We also focus on personal injury law. You'll find that a lot of attorneys believe that they can handle personal injury cases when in fact they just handle every different type of case. We really focus on personal injury law here. So that's kind of what you would experience when you come to our firm, Sean.
Thanks very much for sharing that, Michael. It's great information. So the things that really stood out for me that I think will be impactful for our viewers are that it's important to distinguish between sort of a personal injury mill where they accept any case and are just churning and burning and to see what drops out and successfully, and then the others that really are specialist firms like yours that focus in personal injury and really only take on a select number of cases that they know that they can represent well and bring to a positive result. And so that really stood out for me. And one other thing that I'd never heard of before, and I think makes a lot of sense, was your special client fair fee agreement, where if you're able to bring a really quick positive resolution to that client, that you'll be able to charge them a lower fee because the case was processed quickly. And that, of course, if you have to do a lot more work to get the result the client wants, you'll charge more. And that seems really fair. And I'd never heard that before. So thanks for sharing that. So overall, I think your firm really stands out from the others that we've seen in the area. Is there anything else you'd like to add, or did I cover it well?
You pretty much hit it on the nail. You basically want to find a lawyer that you can get along with. See, a personal injury case is basically a joint business venture. The client is doing their best to recover medically, and to always tell the truth and not to exaggerate, and always do the right thing, follow our advice, follow their doctor's instructions. And the lawyer's devoting their time and cost. And when you put those two together, that's when the case really jives and you're going to maximize your case. So you want to find a lawyer that actually has the time and the experience to devote to your case so that you can get the best result.
Thanks, Michael, for adding that additional information. Great input there. So that brings me to my last question, which is, I know for our viewers today, Michael, you have a special incentive to offer them, as they're viewing this expert interview with you, to actually pick up the phone and to call your firm today to inquire about hiring your firm, for a great result. Please share with our audience what the incentive is.
Yes, Sean, that's correct. If any of your viewers are watching this today and they're willing to give us a call at 215-860-5800, we're going to rush to them immediately a free copy of my personal injury books. I'm a published author of 2 books, and one book is directly on this topic here. It's called Not Another Bad Lawyer, and it's basically a personal injury victim's guide to finding the perfect lawyer for their case. Now, lawyers come in all different ages, experiences, lawyers that have a lot of time or little time, and you basically want to learn how to find that perfect lawyer for you in your case, because when you have that good relationship between the client and the lawyer, that's really going to help you in the long run. I'm also going to rush you out a copy of my other book called Don't Crash Again, and that's basically the personal injury victim's guide to what to do after an accident, and most importantly, what not to do after an accident. And it basically guides you through the steps so that you can maximize your case recovery. And that's why you're here, to get better and to recover what someone has taken from you. And that's why we're here, and we're trying to do our best at Sale and Sale. Thank you, Sean. Thanks,
Michael. That's a very generous and actually really exciting offer, and thanks for offering that to our viewers. And one last thank you for joining us today, Michael.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, this is Sean Macedo from Insight Local TV. Thanks for tuning in, and bye-bye for now.